I'm working on a collage here that is going to emphasize emphasis. And we're going to put, this is really emphasizing very warm colors, and they're going to contrast with cool colors. I'm going to do kind of a poinsettia-like design. The focal point is going to be right in here. Now, where we put the focal point in the painting is rather important. If we put a focal point, we don't want to put the focal point right in the middle. That doesn't make it very interesting. If we make a few lines on our paper before we start, where these cross, this is a good place for a focal point, here and here and here and here. So if we turn it up like this, we're doing the vertical, this is a good place to put the focal point. And we're going to emphasize movement toward that focus, and then the focus itself will be my point of emphasis. This is going to be kind of an abstract collage of a poinsettia plant. So we'll put some of these colors down. These are nice, bright red colors. And I'm using two values of the colors. You see that? One's darker than the other. By doing that, I'm able to make shapes inside of this big overall pattern of poinsettias. So I will have light shapes and dark shapes. If I put the dark shapes together like this, one next to the other one, I'm creating movement. See, I'm moving from one shape to another, but the values are the same, moving toward the focus up here. So if I keep doing this, I'll be able to fill the whole page up with these big pieces of nice bright red color. In the focal area itself, I want to have something a little bit different. In a poinsettia, that focal area might be pieces of yellow. The emphasis on this in this collage is on the red and on movement toward the focus. So I'll fill this whole page up with pieces of red color this way. And we'll take a look at it and see how the design will look when it gets finished. Just putting the finishing touches in here. This is a nice red design, and we'll show how the emphasis begins to work. And I'm really putting some brighter yellow colors in the focal area because that's my point of emphasis in here. Now look how these colors all begin to work together. This is kind of an abstract design now. It turned out a little bit more abstractly. I've put colors over the top and changed them a little bit. This one is very abstract. I've done another one that I did before that is a little bit more realistic but has the same properties to it. That the emphasis is really on moving up into the painting toward this focal area. Here there is great contrast, so the emphasis is placed right there. But the emphasis is really also on the fact that this is a warm painting with cool contrast. The emphasis is on a warm dominance with cool accents. And then the focal area being in this location here. Notice how Toulouse-Lautrec, when he made this painting, made the emphasis up in here. This is where we call our focal area. And he has these big shapes leading up to that focal area. Actually, the emphasis here is on this group of people. The contrast in here between warm and cool and dark and light make the emphasis right here, and that becomes our focal point. Not all paintings really need to have that. Look at Jasper John's painting here, which doesn't have any focus. The emphasis here is on color and on the rhythmic pattern that is being developed, not on the focal point.